Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Brian.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Okay, welcome to it, my friends. Welcome to it, my friendlies. Welcome to the big dog of broad chasing, meant to say casting. That would be Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, on Twitter, and of course, the finest radio stations in America. God bless you, our vets. So what do you think? Mark C.G. Boyer, my brother Mart. Good idea. Maybe start off today with a little Johnny Cash.
Oh, absolutely.
In honor of our
Love Johnny Cash.
of our beautiful veterans. And
I was just over at Vaughn's. I donated $5 to this the guy sitting outside.
Excellent.
And his wife. And
excellent.
I said, God bless America. He goes, yeah, we need to get her back. I said, yeah. And then he goes, here, you want a pin or a flag? So he gave me a little flag pin that I'm wearing right now.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing your patriotism.
Yeah, he did, you know, they gave up a lot.
This
So
is a classic from old Johnny Cash. By the way, we're going to debut the brand new little homage to our lovely and gorgeous vets from, what the hell's his name? Oh, John Rich. John Rich. God, I can't believe I've got a good memory, but it's short. John Rich released a new song today. We'll get to that. Plus, we'll talk to our showbiz man from Bakersfield, California. And we have a real legitimate reason for talking to this man today. Not that we need a reason to talk to Gar Lester.
Yeah, I think we do.
We do?
Yeah. we need a damn good
I
reason.
love this dude. Okay, let's kick things off with this classic from Johnny Cash.
I walked through a county courthouse square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, your old courthouse is kind of run down. He said, no, it'll do for our little town. I said, your old flagpole is leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it. He said, have a seat, and I sat down. Is this the first time you've been to our little town? I said, I think it is. He said, I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night that Francis Scott Key said, watching it right and say, can you see? And it got a bad rip in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. And it almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on, though. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, and she got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low a time or two. She was in Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She waved from our ships upon the briny foam, and now they've about quit waving back here at home. In her own good land here, she's been abused. She's been burned, dishonored, denied, and refused. And the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare and she's wearing thin, but she's in good shape for the shape she's in. 'Cause she's been through the fire before, and I believe she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, we take her down every night, we don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her up right. On second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.
I don't know about you, but man, that gets me.
Oh, yeah.
That gets me in my bones.
Yeah, I've been listening to that for a long time. I love that.
Oh, that just. Oh, what do you think of that, Gar? Huh? Does that nail you?
Unbelievable. Just brought chills to my spine.
Yeah, to complete chills. And I thought no perfect rendition on Veterans Day to bring in my old buddy from Bakersfield than Ragged Old. Oh, it's Ragged Old Flag.
That'll get you for that, Walter.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What a way to begin on this solemn occasion.
Jeez, man.
I can't believe
You know what, Gar?
I can't believe you said that, Mart.
I apologize for Matt, Gar. This is Marty.
This is one of our great gay conservative brethren in showbiz. Can you imagine a gay man in showbiz? He is a showbiz guru. He is a theatrical agent. Used to be positioned on all fours on I-5.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
No, but you
Gar,
will.
just hang up.
Hold on a second. But you will take I-5 from here to find his location in Bakersfield.
You got to go over the grapevine.
Yes, you do. And there's Gar Lester, and that was Johnny Cash, Ragged Old Flag. All right, in honor of Gar's chuckling because he feels like he has to, and I understand that. But he was smart enough to get the hell out of L.A. so many years ago, and I mean that. And
So what's wrong with us?
Well, it won't be. It'll be within a year, man. I'm telling you, not this year, but within a year. And I'll have to find some other poker playing buddies, and we'll never see Mark again. But unless he travels to Northern Nevada to visit us at 102 years old, because this man, who's in the worst possible condition and just a lummox, he weighs about 500 pounds. This man could go at any moment, but he won't. He will live to be 102. And guess what, Gar? Did he serve our country? Absolutely not. He would have been on the first boat to Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would have taken the tough way because it's Mark C.G. Boyer. It's like, wait, we don't have to take a boat?
Oh, yeah.
we can drive.
Something Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, we could drive there. All right, I want you to hear this. This is about a minute long, and it is a policeman, or at least in the forces of Bakersfield. And this dude truly has his act together. And I thank my buddy John Albee from Arizona. I think he's still out on the big old fishing boat, though. He's the chief engineer.
Love you, John.
On one of those crabbers. That makes probably all of us in this room. Especially, hey, Billy Dilly.
Yes.
This is your day, my friend. Happy your day, my Marine hoorah.
Arr.
Yeah, nicely done. All right, here we go. Listen to this dude from Bakersfield as Gar Lester from Bakersfield listens on.
I'm trying to have a protest here, right? That didn't last long.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right. I cut off the beginning. So he says BLM tried to have a protest here in Bakersfield, okay? So Black Lives Matter attempted, and that's what he says right at the very beginning here.
I'm trying to have a protest here, right? That didn't last long.
Really?
Oh, no. Oh, no. We don't play that shit here. They came down for ballet. You know who was kicking them out of here? The blacks from here. Our blacks were kicking them out. Say, don't come and fuck up things for us over here. We're cool here. Here, Mexicans, blacks, whites, we all get along. My Arabian, Indian friends, we're all home. All of us are friends. We all go to the gym together. We eat at each other's restaurants. We're family. We're family here. We don't play that shit here. In LA, you can go to walk 2 streets. You don't know the next person. They're not part of your community.
Yeah.
They might have a store in Downey, but they live in Riverside, right? They may have a store in Riverside, but they live in Alhambra, right? You might have a store in North Hills, but you live in the Valley, right? In Silmar. Not here. We all see each other. We all know each other. So we own a business here. You live down the street, you know? So we're very community. That's why we're Republican here. That's why blacks, Mexicans, whites here are Republican.
How about that, Gar? Does that sound like the Bakersfield that you know?
If I can go on and share that story.
Yes.
Curtis and I lived literally, I would say 5 or 6 blocks away from where that rally was supposed to happen.
Right.
Helicopters and whatever, and the words going around everything is, you can come in, but you ain't getting out.
Hey, Gar, is somebody tuning a guitar in the background?
No. Well, let me go. We're actually at the Four Queens, and if you make a remark, I'll hang up.
No, hold on a second. You're in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
And you happen to be, you and your buddy of many, many years happen to be staying at the Four Queens?
Well, I said watch it.
Okay. Well, we need to rename it the Two Queens, don't we? Okay, all right.
And, you talk about poker. I get comped here because of my client, Vince Van Patten.
Yeah.
And while I'm on the air, I'm going to hold Matt to this. In May, we're going to have a charity poker tournament. Vince is going to come up for the 999 Officers Down Foundation.
Love that.
And so we need you up here, and maybe you'll do some color commentary, too.
Hey, man.
For charity.
I will tell you, Gar Lester, I'm a huge fan of Vince Van Patten. I think he is a solid dude.
I like all the Van Pattens.
Yeah,
cool.
They're good people. But that Vince does a great job at poker commentary, and he makes it fun, and he makes it light, and he makes it informative. And so I am a huge fan. Yeah, anything with Gar Lester, Showbiz Guru, and Vince Van Patten, you better believe it, man. I'm in.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the BLM thing in Bakersfield. What the man said is very, very true. Bakersfield is a very conservative and Republican town, okay? And as long as you're good people, you fit in Bakersfield, and that means Curtis and I.
Right.
Nobody worries about it. We don't, carry purses around and don't sashay into a room and, like this, hey, hi.
Okay, hold on. I just want to get this clear. So no purses and no sashaying. All right. Okay, continue, Gar.
We're not trying to swim on women's teams either.
Okay. That's Gar Lester in Bakersfield.
It very much defines what Bakersfield is. And when they tried to come in, and they did, they tried to come in, literally, they were on a main street called Rosedale Highway. Literally, there was a Trump rally on one side and a Blue Lives Matter right on the other side of them, and they left town.
Wow.
You know who else did that, Gar? Is I have a friend from he lives in Idaho. He did, now he's in Montana, but Idaho. They were right at the border, man. They tried to come through, and they had AR-15s in their hands. They said, "Go ahead, come on through."
Yeah, but see
what you can do.
Hey, Mart, understood there in Idaho. But I guess what I want to go on record as saying is there are some great areas of California.
You mean that Newsom hasn't screwed up?
Yeah, that Newsom hasn't friggin' taken over. And by the way, Gar, I'll say it again, and I'll double down and triple down on this. I'm telling you, he will be running for president because it ain't going to be this dilapidated old man. I don't wish for this to happen. I want Biden to be the man, as you probably do as well.
Amen. Amen. Well, you know, what we always say with Gavin Newsom, his cuteness only goes so far.
Do you find, as a gay man, do you find him a cute guy? And I
don't.
No.
I don't at all.
Yeah.
There's nothing about him. I mean, he looks like he's carved from cream cheese.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, have you checked out the price of cream cheese these days?
Oh, boy.
It is through the roof.
You know, that's one thing Wisconsin hasn't said us is cream cheese, but all the other types of cheeses we don't have to buy, Gar.
Yeah, I did want to do a little, and I don't do shout-outs, but I will say hi to Beth and Tony.
To Betty and Frenchie.
Yeah. and Wausau, what's up, Wausau? They sent more goodies over.
My God.
More cheese and more Slim Jims that aren't slim. These are the real things. They're about an inch thick and barbecue flavor. You know, Gar, sometimes I wish you lived closer because you'd be here with us enjoying the most incredible cheese and meat products.
From Wisconsin.
And, of course, sipping a little bourbon or whatever you don't go for those foo-foo drinks simply because you're gay, right? No?
Hell no.
So,
you know me better than that, and I miss being there as much as you when we smoked cigars and we drank martinis.
Yeah.
That's what it was all about. And the rest of the stuff was nonsense.
Okay, give me the bottom line. Since you are an insider in Hollywood, the Hollywood actors strike over. SAG-AFTRA reaches a deal with the studios, and a tentative agreement. It'll end the historic strike. Is this a good thing for actors? Is this a bad thing? Where are we on this thing?
Okay, very quickly. It seems each time that the Screen Actors Guild has negotiated on the actors' behalf, they make less money. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the digital streaming is a very, very difficult market. I haven't seen the actual agreement yet, but it's good that they're going to get back to work. You know, the worst part about all of this strike is, the actors are going to make more money, but for 6 and 7 months, the agencies and the management and all the employees and all the cameramen and everybody else have been out of work, and they've lost a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough of the details. I think artificial intelligence is going to cream everything.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to mention that. I am with you on this. I think AI puts an end to everything theatrical as we knew it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And originality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if they think they can regulate it, they're nuts.
No.
No. It's just, you can try all you damn want, and it ain't gonna happen. And is it a good idea? Well, I'm a Luddite. I'm old-fashioned, so I could do without AI. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and won't take over. Because I'm telling you, we have been told by experts in the field that this is the new thing on the horizon.
All except for the sex robots. You can keep those around. I don't know why I said that.
Because you're an idiot. That's my brother. That's my brother Mark.
It just had to come out, didn't it?
I had to. Car, I couldn't help myself. Man.
Well, I would love to take it. I think I mentioned this the last time we talked to the great Gar Lester, former Hollywood mucky muck, and now he's a muckety muck showbiz dude in Bakersfield. As I mentioned at the top of the show, because he was smart enough to get the hell out of L.A. The cost of living in Bakersfield, although there was a study, I think, a week and a half ago, the world's worst areas, and there's a part of Bakersfield that is supposed to be the worst area in the country. Do you know what that area of Bakersfield would be, Gar?
Sure, it's called Oildale.
Ah, okay. And why is that? Are miscreants live there?
The red on the neck is not from the sun, and they shoot hippies just for fun. And hippies is being very, very polite, but that entails people of color and other things.
Yeah.
So this is redneck. It's like, what are you doing here, and how long are you going to stay?
So you don't visit that area. It's just smart to.
Cool.
Huh?
We're cool. We go anywhere we want. We're very cool. But I mean, it's just.
But you don't want to be
fit in the norm.
Yeah.
Are they known for, like, in that area? Because I know out here it's Victorville. It's a high desert. The meth stuff, the meth labs and all that crap.
Oh yeah, there's all over.
Yeah, I kind of heard.
Well, I'll tell you, they're better known for the beautiful Basque people and that great Basque food, man. That
great Basque food. There's actually very good food here in Bakersfield.
Yeah,
it really is.
I can attest to that. And the greatest pecan punches, second only to Northern Nevada, or at least on the same level, the Great Basque Cocktail Pecan Punch. You know, we gotta down some of those, Gar. Let's do that soon.
We got to drag you up, do a live show from the house.
All right. He's been wanting me to do a live show So, yeah, will there be cross-dressers? Because that's the only way I'll be there. If you can promise me some cross-dressers. Okay.
If you anger them, they may be cross.
Ladies and Doberman, I love this man. His name is Gar Lester. He is on the inside track of Hollywood, but that doesn't make him a lefty. Far from it. He is not woke. He happens to be a gay man who is a conservative.
Well, he no longer has a job.
And loves the United States of America, and especially here on Veterans Day, Gar. It's so nice to talk to you, man.
We love you all. Trump 2024.
There you have it. That's my buddy. That's my buddy, Gar Lester. All right, I promised you this. Here we go. Debut of the John Rich song called The Man. This will take us to break.
Well, he was one of the millions who signed up to defend us long ago in 1941. And when they sucker punched us in Pearl Harbor, he fought under MacArthur 17 with an Army Thompson gun. Well, he stormed a lot of beaches, slept in jungles with the leeches. He saw things a young man should never see. And when they shot him in the shoulder, he got back up and he marched forward. Left a lot of brothers dead in Kwajalein. And if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man, there wouldn't be a breath of freedom in this land. When I see people on my TV taking shots at Uncle Sam, I hope they always remember why they can. 'Cause we'd all be speaking German, living under the flag of Japan, if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man. If it wasn't for the good Lord and the man. I'm the grandson of a soldier, and I'd fight the whole world over if duty called and freedom's on the line. But thanks to the greatest generation and the ones still fighting for our nation, I've never had to kill for my way of life. And if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man, there wouldn't be a breath of freedom in this land. When I see people on my TV taking shots at Uncle Sam, I hope they always remember why they can. 'Cause we'd all be speaking German, living under the flag of Japan, if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man. If it wasn't for the good Lord and the man. 'Cause he was one of the millions who signed up to defend us long ago in 1941. And when they sucker punched us in Pearl Harbor, he fought under my son and gone.
Charismatic, outrageous, edgy, hilarious. Radio for the mentally challenged. Chronic talk from the panic room.
Look, up in the sky.
Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Magic Matt Allen. This is Outlaw Radio.
All right, here we go. Hey, we played that. That's COVID. That's got to be COVID. Played that brand new John Rich song a few minutes ago, and it's called "The Man," an anthem honoring veterans. Too many of our young people think freedom is inherited and not earned. That comes from John Rich, and man, are you correct, my good sir. I'll tell you what, this man is a patriot, and especially to release this song on Veterans Day, it's just unabashedly patriotic and gorgeous, talking about the greatest generation of World War II service members. And I guess the video, which is worth you. So I'm talking about something solemn, and I got sex going on.
I know.
I was wondering what that.
Who the hell is producing this show?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this wouldn't happen if Tattoo Dave were here, but I'm having to produce, and so I'll hit any button.
Come on, Dave, grow up. Get over here.
Yeah, get out of that hospital. What the hell? Some people will do anything not to work with me. But I understand that the video, which is worth watching, this John Rich, The Man, was shot in a VFW, and a couple of the guys from World War II are still around. Man, they got to be really, really old.
Yeah.
But some of them lied about their age to get in at 15, 16 years old. And God bless you. What was that, Billy Dilly?
My dad said.
So he insists on being on the wrong microphone, even though I told him which microphone to be on.
All right. My dad went in at 15.
Hold on. Am I being disrespectful to a vet? So I
No.
take it back, especially on this special day.
No, you're not.
No, yes.
He needs a little slap in the face once in a while.
Oh, okay.
A little attention there, son.
By the way, that's my brother Mart saying that to a vet, a man, a Marine. So your dad lied about his age to get it. Was he a World War II guy?
Yes.
No kidding.
And his grandpa was World War I.
Holy.
His grandpa.
Holy cow, man. And you didn't lie to get in to the
No,
service.
I went in when I got out of high school.
Yeah.
I graduated and went.
And what was the impetus of that? Was that your father's idea?
Well, I had 3 other brothers in the Marine Corps, and
All right.
the dog got enlisted in the Marine Corps, so hey.
Yeah, God bless
It
you.
was a family thing.
God bless you and your family. I mean, beautiful patriots.
God love America.
Yeah.
Their dog was even a Marine.
Yes, Chesty Puller Dilly.
Chesty Puller.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was in a parade and everything.
He died in the parade, and I
He
had
died
to
in the
carry him
parade.
up,
Oh, jeez.
pick him up and carry him away from the parade and bury him. The Marine Corps shows up at the house and says, "We want to bury your dog."
Wow.
And my mom, I was taking a shower. I got out of the shower. I got to the front door, and Mom's talking to the Marine Corps in their dress blues. And she says, "You son of a bitches, you can get out of here.
Wow.
Because I've already buried my dog, and he died for you."
Oh, whoa.
She was pissed.
So mom was a little off kilter.
Wow.
Right?
Mommy, calm down,
Mom,
dude.
yeah, down girl.
She almost got ran over
Well,
coming across the street when we called her from the house
Well-
and told her the dog is dead.
Well,
females are emotional, and moms are no exception to that rule.
You've had 4 of my sons and my husband and my dog, and he died for you.
Son of a gun, it seems like
What kind of
Billy
story
is reliving this experience, and I don't want you to go through this. A little PTSD.
I don't collect no money for it. Come on.
what?
All right. Billy Dilly, and a hard-working son of a gun.
Yes.
What do you call that thing that he rides around Los Angeles?
Well, he calls it a
mobility scooter.
Okay, so it's a mobility scooter, but you fly a Trump flag on that damn thing. That is taking your life in your own hands.
Yeah, they haven't run over me, and I'm in the bike lane.
Yeah, but the day is young, my friend. I appreciate your stick-to-itiveness, because he's the only nutbag that can pull us out of this mess that we're in.
The only one.
Yeah, and I'm not saying the guy is completely not off kilter, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to negotiation and when it comes to making those other countries fear us, he is the man.
He knows how.
So, well, I'll veer off here for a second. Mark C.G. Boyer and I attended a little event, and I told my brother Mark that I wasn't about to tell him what event we were attending until this day. And here, this will be the hint. I'll throw you this hat. You can see this on YouTube or on Rumble.com. But here's the hat. That's yours. Okay? And this is the event, my friends. Does that give it away? Does the Bigfoot on the hat give it away?
No.
Okay, press guru, a longtime friend, Ed Lozzi of the documentary Mission Peace. Now
I know.
This is
what the hell?
Yes, this is all about us finding a common ground and not being left, not being right, but being what do they call it, Mark?
Insanity.
What do they call it, Mark? Okay.
Sorry.
You know, I got to tell you something. I thought I could depend on Mark.
You can't.
He's the only non-drinker at this bar at this 1876. So you see, even though our brain cells are killed by every friggin' minute by copious amounts of booze, it's Mark C.G. Boyer that suffers from. You talk about insanity. It's mediocrity. No, that's not. It's middle ground. It's Here's the thing. I don't believe there is a middle ground, and I wish we could all get along, but I think you're on the right or on the left. But I did have an epiphany. And that is that the writer, director, producer of this documentary, Mission Peace, Gregory T. Simmons, who I think is a little wacky, a little off kilter, but my epiphany was this. I woke up this morning realizing that this man is sincere. I think this Gregory T. Simmons is sincere, and he really does want everyone to get along. And, of course, he preaches peace. But how do we have peace? We have to have a strong military. And no one is specific in the documentary on how we achieve such peace.
No, there's really very little on how we do it.
It's just everyone sort of, even though he says it's not a kumbaya moment.
So where was this event at, man? 7-Eleven?
No.
London Hotel.
Beautiful London Hotel in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
And the canopies were gorgeous, not to mention the appetizers were off the hook. I'm a huge fan of spicy tuna.
Oh, they had that
on a rice cake.
I would have put up with a Bigfoot for that, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, they had the mascot, Bigfoot.
I've seen him in the videos.
No,
he's
traipsing around, and still no explanation as to why Bigfoot is the mascot, except Gregory T. Simmons said that he saw it at an airport or a pub, and then he bought a Bigfoot head. And then it became the mascot. I'm not saying that Gregory T. Simmons is completely sane, but what I am saying is that I appreciate his sincerity. I do believe the man is sincere, and I'm on his side. I think we're all on his side. We want peace. Do we not?
It's moderate.
So Mark,
even though I think it was Mark who, as we're watching this thing and they're preaching peace in this documentary. I think it's Mark that whispered over to me. He said, I want a piece of ass. So, and I thought that was rude.
That was rude.
Yeah.
At least Mark got to eat, right?
Oh, yes. No. And
popcorn.
And we got to hang with Barry Goldwater Jr., who, he seems much saner in person than he does in the doc. If you watch the doc, you sort of get the impression that these are a bunch of folks from a padded cell that they released.
Yeah.
I don't think it does it credit to their mission of peace on earth, goodwill to men and women and shems.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
I said Mark got to eat. No, because it was sushi. He's not going to eat
no.
that.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't eat anything.
What a fag, dude. I didn't say that in a way of just...
We'll get to that comment.
You're not saying that as homosexual.
No, I'm just saying just a goofball for not liking it. It's fish, bro.
Yeah, well, no, but he doesn't. He'll. As I understand it, boy, this is how well I know Mark, and this is not a credit to me, but I know he'll eat salmon.
Right,
He'll
he's
eat
eating
cod.
my salmon.
He loves fish and chips, but he
And
can't.
halibut,
But he can't stand tartar sauce.
By the way, last Sunday, Mark, I made some homemade fish and chips.
Yeah,
Some
in the deep fryer here.
Fresh Alaskan cod. That
The
I got.
best
That must have been
ever.
fabulous. It
Oh, the best ever. We thought of you
Yeah.
as we ate 2 pounds of that. We thought of you.
Well, you have some in the fridge. Fresh cod.
Oh, you found it for it's
Yes.
Same
still on
price?
sale?
Yeah, yes. I got
$5.99
two
a pound.
slabs. It's in the butter dish.
Excellent.
outside.
I
You know,
paid $5.99 a pound.
For some
Awesome.
damn reason,
Alaskan cod.
Alaskan cod is, and they're not advertising it, but for
They're
some
not.
reason, Alaskan cod. See, I could talk to my buddy on the fishing boat out there in the Barren Sea. The barometric sea, and I could talk to him about this because he would have the answer to why cod is now plentiful and not ridiculously priced.
And by the way, it's it's white, flaky.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Good cod.
It's gorgeous. I love anything fried, but a good fish and chip made with cod is delectable. So at this event at the highfalutin London hotel in Beverly Hills, ran into a gal by the name of Sybil Danning. Now, does that
Yes.
ring a bell?
Yes.
Sybil Danning. How would you? Hey, Mark C.G. Boyer. Oh God, I'm going to regret going to you on this. But how would you describe Sybil Danning to those who don't know this beauty, this bombshell?
She was in the 60s and 70s, sex pot bombshell. She was in all of the sexploitation girl movies.
Right.
She was gorgeous. She still is gorgeous.
Yeah, she is, and she's in her 70s now, and still.
How do you know the name?
Yeah, still hot as hell.
Yeah.
And we really didn't talk politics because I'm thinking that most of the people at the party, especially in this neck of the woods, not that Beverly Hills, believe it or jam it, Beverly Hills is more conservative than it is liberal. And that has happened over the last, say, 15 years or so. But the folks who are invited to this party are from all parts of Los Angeles, so you never know. But Sybil Danning, we were talking about the Burt Reynolds movie that I was in, and I said, you can never take that away from me. And she looked at me like maybe she wasn't a fan of Burt. I don't know. Maybe Burt hit on her. And by the way, why not? I mean, Sybil Danning, hot as hell, man.
They were close.
But I mentioned that, and then we talked about spaghetti western that our friend of this outlaw radio show, Leif Garrett, was in. God's Gun with Lee Van Cleef, not knowing when Sybil said, I played his mom in that movie.
Wow.
Yes. So I watched it. So that night, late at night after the big old party and copious amounts of wine, because that was on tap that night. And I behaved myself, though. Did I not, Mark?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did. Okay, then I'm wondering why Sybil Danning won't return my phone call. I just wonder if I gave her some skewed sort of odd look or something.
Well, she gave you a jaundiced eye when you said something about Burt Reynolds, so maybe that was it.
Nah, we left friends, and she wanted to do the show, and she said, yeah, I played her mom. So I watched this movie. Oh, my God, no one hotter than Sybil Danning back in the day, and continues to be gorgeous as hell.
Her hair was impeccable.
Yeah.
Just exactly what you'd remember.
Yes, right, and sexy as hell in her 70s. This God's Gun, I sent you this, Mark. You didn't watch it?
No, I have not watched
I
it.
called Leif about a month ago, and
Yeah.
he did not return my call.
Something
either.
else.
Did you ask him about his cold sore?
I didn't get that far. Maybe that's why he doesn't return my call.
When Leif Garrett was over here, our former producer Lori Downey Jr. was a huge fan of Leif Garrett growing up and had a poster of Leif in her bedroom.
So did my ex. All the girls, man. He was a heartthrob.
And then Lori sees him with a big ass cold sore on his lip.
Some kind of herpes looking.
Oh, and that just screwed it for her for the rest of her life. And I love Leif. I mean, he's a good dude.
I do too, man.
But, he was good in this little movie, God's Gun. Anything with Lee Van Cleef, I don't care how campy or B-movie-esque it is.
Lee Van Cleef is just the badass.
Yeah,
man.
he really was. And I said, yeah, I'd like you to be on the show. And then it finally realized that she was on the show about 18 years ago because I'm talking to her husband, this big old German dude who I really loved a lot. And he said, "Oh, are you the show from the bar?" And she said, "You mean the Shack?" "Yes, from the Shack, from the 1876.
That's why she's not returning your
Virginia
call.
City, Nevada. No, he explained that night she leaving the bar after drinking tons of bourbon and smoking cigars. She's abroad, man. This Sybil Danning is abroad. She crashed the car.
Oh, boy.
She crashed his car. And yes, and so he said, "Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can allow her to be there." I said, "You drive." I said, "You drive this time." And then there's more about this story when we return. Mark has a little insight, believe it or not, next on Outlaw Radio.
Would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome, my friendlies. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the greatest radio stations throughout the country. Thank you for being there. When we last left you, we were talking about a big party the other night at the London Hotel in Beverly Hills. The canopies were off the hook, not to mention the appetizers were really good. At least for someone who likes spicy tuna on rice. I love that stuff. That was really good. They had some nice little ceviche, too. It was all fish, and I asked the dude, I said, do you have any meat product? My buddy here, he's allergic to fish. No, sorry, there's no meat. No meat at a party? What does that tell you? Huh? I mean, that tells you something ain't right. And the German dude, the husband to Sybil Danning, that sex pot from the 60s and 70s, he said, "Oh, I'm a meat and potatoes guy." I said, "Me too."
Fish is meat.
Yeah. Well,
fish is meat. So
right,
you talking
Mark?
about beef? You talking about pork?
Right, Mark. Mark, we know fish is meat.
Okay.
Right? We know that. But when you say a meat and potatoes guy, nobody means fish. No one. Unless they're a Dumbolt. So, Mark, on the way there, a little valet error. So I get out of the car, and remember, it's the London Hotel. And so I'm standing over there, And I said, now, so move up a little bit. You know what Mark does? Get ready. My brother Mark's going to love this a lot.
Oh, this is cool.
He continues driving down into the effing parking garage. The valet's looking at me, asking, well, is that an Uber? I said, no, that's a dumb and then S. That's what that is. Yeah, you know, if he can find a wrong way to do something,
I'll do it.
Mark C.G. Boyer will do. He ends up in the parking garage. So this dude, the valet dude, says, "Well, I will go down there, find him, and scold him." I said, "Please do."
Please.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, dude?
Right, because
He waved me forward, so I went forward.
He's a friggin' idiot. He's an idiot, and
Wow.
but he's
you truly are.
He's our idiot, and
Mark, man, just take some direction.
No,
or do
Mark, no common sense whatsoever.
I mean, zero.
So Mark wanted to tell me a quick story before we go to break. We got 2 more big hours here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, and X, and the great stations across the country.
So we're at the reception, and everyone has gone home except for maybe 4 or 5 of us left. We're here with Sybil and his husband.
Sybil Danning and her husband.
And everyone associated with the staunch moderates group.
Yes, and that was the word I was looking for. It's they think that being a moderate is the way to go, and the problem with that is, well, I think the problem in its face is obvious. But I'm going to double down on this. Gregory T. Simmons, God bless you, buddy.
Is that the big rapper guy?
He's no. But his heart is in the right place. He's the producer, director.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he really wants to take credit for this movie, Mission Peace. But I think he's a good man. Little wacky, lives in Aspen. The one question I wanted to ask at the Q&A at the theater there in the London Hotel is, so how did you get all your money? Because this can't be cheap to rent this place out, and all of the appetizers
and the wine bar,
and free wine.
parking.
Yeah. So what happened, Mark?
So we mentioned the guy running around in the Sasquatch outfit.
Yes, the Bigfoot, and about 7'5" and worth the climb, they say.
He's a very imposing figure.
Yes.
So he goes and changes it. He gets out of the costume.
Right.
And as I mentioned, it's just the 4 of us.
Right.
And the people with the organization.
All right.
He comes up to me.
Yeah.
And starts talking. He says, "Hi, I'm the guy in the outfit."
Okay.
And I'm standing there trying to figure out what the hell was he talking to me for.
Right.
I mean, it's me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he was making a pass.
Oh no!
I mean, I can't imagine why he would introduce himself to me and nobody else.
Mark's got Bigfoot hitting on him.
It is West Hollywood, aka Beverly Hills.
It was a very awkward minute.
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, you look really imposing in the outfit."
Yes, and
the shoulder pads.
So Mark, did you take him to the car? Did you take him to the car?
Mart, he was driving me. I'm sorry that I was there to mess up your date.
Well, I'm finding it odd that this is happening an awful lot with me lately.
Yeah, well,
I think it's because of all the gay bars I've been frequenting, but I'm not sure.
I think it's simpler than that. I think that one look at you, they know that any way the wind blows, you'll accept it. All right. And for those of you who get a jump on my noggin and my back for putting down Mark C.G. Boyer, I guess it's not going to stop.
No.
All right. We will continue on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on all the great facilities, including the greatest radio stations, Beth, Tony, and all of our friends in Wisconsin. Love you. God bless you. As we celebrate Veterans Day, thank you for your service.
Taking a ride. Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all his guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
All right, Tom, I don't know if you've heard this John Rich song. It was released today.
About his dad.
For veterans.
Well, he was one of the millions who signed up to defend us. and gun. Well, he stormed a lot of beaches, slept in jungles with the leeches. He saw things a young man should never see. And when they shot him in the shoulder, he got back up and he marched forward. Left a lot of brothers dead in Kwajalein. And if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man, there wouldn't be a breath of freedom in this land. When I see people on my TV taking shots at Uncle Sam, I hope they always remember why they can. 'Cause we'd all be speaking German, living under the flag of Japan, if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man.
Good man, John Rich.
If it wasn't for the good Lord and the man.
Yeah, what a patriot, man.
Yeah.
I love that
God
John
bless.
Rich. Love that John Rich. He
What happened to Big and Rich?
He died.
Yeah?
Yeah, his
Really?
partner died.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Now hold on a second. How would I have missed that? His partner is gone?
That's what I remember. Yeah.
Tom, I think you're full of it.
I don't know.
Look at, he's gonna look it up. I think-
Yeah, but if we're depending on Mark for the truth, Mark C.G. Boyer, good luck.
no, I thought his partner died, and that's why he's not big and rich anymore.
I heard they had a falling out.
Now here's the part that you should know. Tom Ohmer, movie star, TV commercial star from that Southwest Airlines commercial where he plays the general. A very funny commercial, and a movie that I recommend highly called Nefarious.
Yeah.
It is a great friggin' movie, and I had the pleasure of watching that movie with Tom Ohmer, movie star deluxe.
Look as you go.
In Simi Valley, yes, and that's the place to watch that damn movie. But it's great, and you play the you play the guard. No,
Warden.
The warden, yes.
Right.
Can I rent it somehow? Somewhere?
I have a copy. I have a copy.
Well, I'd
Mark.
like to see it. I've never
it's
seen
on
it.
Amazon. It's
Yeah.
on.
Well, if he's got
Google
a copy, I'm not going to pay for the damn.
Yeah. Well, now hold on a second. Do you get any back in from this movie, Tom Ohmer?
Not yet.
Okay, then I'm not paying for
Okay.
it. Yeah.
But here's something you should know the answer to. This video, this John Rich video, The Man, the anthem honoring veterans, was shot at an American Legion with nothing but veterans in the audience and several, if not one or two, from WW. And, they got to be old as hell now, man.
Yep.
But sitting there in the audience, I believe the American Legion, I think it was mentioned that it was the 170. Isn't the 170 the one in Hollywood?
No, that's post 43.
Oh, so I'm completely wrong. Okay.
Club 170 was up in Everett, Washington.
No. I'm talking about American Legion. So I don't know where this was shot. Okay, well, that's why. Well, see, you do know. And that's an American Legion that my buddy Tom Ohmer has promised for the last 3 years that he would take me. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Best bar in town.
Yeah, remember? For 3 years?
Yeah.
Remember that? 3 years of that?
You're not going to take him there, are you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, do you not trust me
I
out in the
do.
public?
I
Huh?
do. Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll do it.
You know what? You have a lot of huevos, man. I wouldn't trust him out in public.
But this man, Tom Ohmer, a veteran and also former LAPD dude, man.
Wait a minute, he's a cop? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I support our law enforcement 100%.
Yeah, if I would have thought about it, I would have brought Tom Ohmer to that special movie screening at the London Hotel in swanky Beverly Hills. Mark C.G. Boyer, I should have thought about that. But then because it would have been interesting to get Tom's take on this thing.
Yes, it would have.
When he looks at me after watching this thing and with this quizzical look, what the hell did I just see?
What movie was it?
Does it matter? No, it does matter because I'm wearing the hat.
Staunch moderates.
I'm supporting the staunch moderates, and even though I think the big dude who is the director and the editor and the producer is a little nuts, I think his heart is in the right place.
Now, is this a documentary movie?
Yes.
Okay.
On the making of this faction called the staunch moderates, not a political faction yet. But they just believe we should all get along. And by the way, who the hell doesn't believe that, right, Tom? I mean, should we not?
Tom, are you looking at the hat? I just handed Tom the hat.
Yes, but it's easier said than done.
What are you looking at? You're looking at Wiser Bigfoot on here, right?
Bigfoot.
Right.
Yeah. We're not certain.
We're not sure about that.
We're not certain why Bigfoot is the mascot. Yes, Mark C.G. Boyer?
I think it's because it's not human, but gets along.
Oh, okay, you're reading way too much into
wow,
this.
Man.
Did you watch the people in the documentary? Oh, okay. You're reading way too much.
Mark's already got theories on why the big. Oh,
I do love Tom Ohmer. I love the fact that Bill Maher is slowly but surely inching to the right, and that has to make you happy too, because he's a funny guy, and he's not an unintelligent man. You know, he's a pretty smart dude. The only thing will never change, I don't think, when it comes to Bill Maher is his hatred for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The man hates him.
He's got that Trump twisted.
But why? So then, why doesn't he hate the Clintons, or at least the
Obamas?
What, Mart?
The Obamas also. You mentioned the Clintons. I throw the Obamas right in the same camp as the Clintons.
Let me explain where I was going on this. The reason why he should dislike Hillary is because Hillary denied the election the same way Donald Trump denied the election. And according to Bill Maher, that's the reason he has such a problem with Donald Trump. But yet he has no problem, it seems, with Hillary Clinton. Explain that would be the question when Bill Maher gets his ass over here that I will pose to him, and I'd love to hear the answer. And by the way, grew up as a Catholic, but his mother was a Jew, so he's a Jewish Catholic. You ever heard of such a thing, Mark C.G. Boyer?
Yes.
Yes. And hey, Rich, Mark, what the hell? Schneider. Rob Schneider has been a Jew all his life, but not unlike Mark C.G. Boyer's sister and brother-in-law. He has switched religions and became a Catholic. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
And he's apologizing to God for going the wrong way. How about that, Mark?
I like him, man.
Does that make you think twice about your Jewishness?
No.
No. Okay.
He's about as tall as you are. Rob Schneider. No, we met him over at Chris Brown's house that one night.
But nobody quite as big as Mark C.G. Boyer.
But boy, his boss is one of the coolest guys. Sandler, I call Sandler his boss. Sandler, that's his posse of people.
Hey, I do appreciate the fact that Bill Maher had Ted Cruz on, and Bill Maher said, so if going after employers who employ illegal immigrants, would that help border security? And Ted Cruz responded that it would help, and he's in favor of it, and E-Verify. And I think Ted Cruz has been completely on this page for years now, this E-Verify page, and has introduced legislation on it, because that's another stickler for Maher. He says the Republicans love the illegal aliens working cheaply in businesses.
Oh, God.
And I think you'll find that most conservatives would have no problem with having legal folks work for them. Unless I'm completely in the clouds on this one. Maher then asks, and what happened? Your party must not like that because we know cheap labor, that's good. So Ted Cruz responded, so look, there are a lot of Republicans who don't like that. There are fewer, but I do think that the Republican Party is changing. I think we're becoming much more of a blue-collar party. Boy, that's honest-to-God truth. And especially Trump, I think, had a lot to do with that, which I think is a very good thing. Maher then stated, they are switching, aren't they? Yes, it's interesting. The parties are kind of switching like who the elitists are. It used to be the country club Republicans, and now it's the Chardonnay sipping Democrat. It's an interesting do-si-do that the parties did, right? And it is. And I want to thank Tom Ohmer for gifting me here on Veterans Day, on your day, Tom. This is your day.
Our day.
This is our buddy Billy Dilly's day.
Arrah.
And the Daily Wire is launching. This is a Gurkha, and Gurkha makes so many cigars. Some suck, some are really good. This is a good one. And this is in honor of Veterans Day because it's called a what?
I think it says Special Ops on there.
Oh, a special ops cigar. And this is a good one. And so anytime I'm gifted, we do like, and I'd be lying if I didn't say, but we do like free stuff on this show. I mean, we really do. And that's not the reason why we love all of you in Wisconsin. But it's one of the reasons that you continue sending us the greatest 16-year-old aged cheddar. Oh, there is such a difference.
It keeps on getting older, man. Yeah, the cheese. We have so much cheese, we don't know what to do with that. We really do.
Yeah, I promised Mark C.G. Boyer a block of cheese, and Tom Ohmer, I think you should go home with a block of cheese today.
Very good. If you like aged,
Speaking
stinky.
of cigars, Daily Wire has launched the Mayflower cigar, a new premium handmade cigar line. Tom Ohmer sent me this little note about this. This Michael Knowles, who is a brilliant dude, works with the Daily Wire. He launched a new Daily Wire premium handmade cigar line called Mayflower Cigars. Why am I talking about it? Because they're not a sponsor. I'm a dumbbolt, and I will do things because the fact that we have passion for cigars. If a new bourbon comes out, we will try it, we will quaff it, and we will talk about it. However, we do not have a Mayflower cigar in our possession as of now. So it could suck. It could be great. I doubt it sucks, though. This is and I had no idea that Michael Knowles was such a cigar aficionado. But it turns out that he really loves these cigars. This is what caught my attention. It is, okay, here it is. They're handmade in Knowles' favorite cigar factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. And by the way, this factory, he's right. This is one of the great factories in creating great cigars. It's the Oliva Cigar Company. They have their act together. And he's revealed that cigars have played a major role in his life, as, of course, it certainly does. Cigars play a major role on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, which you can find us on YouTube and Rumble and X, a.k.a. Twitter. But
Matt, did you see what just came down here? So what happened was, Tom pulls a cigar out of his case.
Yeah.
Mark reaches over. I'd like to see it. So he looks at it.
Thought it was.
And he gives Tom the nod. Like, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, like, yeah, I know.
To see the
By the way, Mark doesn't know anything about cigars, Tom.
Well, so
just so you know.
why do we continue to throw Mark under the bus?
Because he's the most irritating.
But you go out of your way to do that.
Well, I couldn't believe I just witnessed that. Like, hey, I give Tom the green light on that cigar. You can smoke that one, Tom.
And especially on this day, on Veterans Day.
Well, Mark had nothing to do with that.
No, my family did, but I didn't.
What? Have nothing to do with what?
Veterans Day.
Oh, your family did. Your family served.
Yeah, all of my father and all of his brothers served.
Well, God bless him.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless him. And then out of the service, he became a seller of eggs to Scientologists.
That's correct.
Yeah, that is right here, right over there in Hollywood.
Wow,
it's true. That's what his dad did. Huh. Would you consider Tom Ohmer, a great movie star? Would you consider yourself a Swiftie? Do you know what that is?
The expression on his face.
Is that a no?
That's a no.
So you have.
Look at me, Tom.
Are you speaking for Tom? Tom is a grown-up.
Yeah.
Tom is a grown-up in this.
I can only imagine a Taylor Swift fan.
Right.
Okay.
So you're not?
No, I'm not.
See, I don't know. I'm sort of a Swiftie as long as I don't have to buy her politics. And because her dad, I'm more of a daddy Swiftie because her dad is on the correct side of the aisle. He's a patriot. He loves America. And I went on record a couple of years ago as saying that Taylor Swift, of course, is leaning left because she wants to be a movie star. And she doesn't want to be ostracized from the business. And how has this affected you, Tom Ohmer? The fact that you are a bona fide, dyed-in-the-wool conservative, but yet you are in Hollywood and in showbiz and in movies and in television. Has this affected you, or you just stay mum? Mum's the word?
Well, I try, like my social media and I don't put anything politics on there at all.
Smart.
But still, I mean, if you Google me, you can see former cop, Christian, and so.
So I
have found that kind of have a niche now that I do faith-based, family-friendly movies.
Which, by the way, that's a great thing.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And so as far as the mainstream stuff, it's hard to tell since we've been on strike all year. But hopefully some other projects will come my way. But right now,
Get the Hallmark channel, man.
So are you pretty happy about this strike being over? Are you?
Oh yeah,
jubilant?
definitely. Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people are real happy about that. I haven't seen the contract, but it's supposed to be a pretty good contract.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to get voted for.
Did you go out and stand?
I did.
Oh, you did? Good for you, man.
Walked the line in front of Fox Studios.
So you walked the walk.
Wearing your Trump hat?
No.
But what do they do? So you're standing in solidarity for the union. But you're wearing a Trump hat. I mean, that would have been an interesting sort of concept.
I'd like to videotape that.
Yeah, I wonder what would have happened.
Well, Pico Boulevard, right in front of Fox Studios, is a pretty busy street. So I have a feeling that I would be tumbled out into the street in front of a bus.
I can beat that. And they honk their horns, and I honk it back.
Well, that would have to be pretty strong people, because, by the way, this Tom Ohmer, he walks the walk, he talks the talk. He's no puss. All right? Yeah, he's the man. He's a real man.
Matt, you're just saying that because it's true.
Yeah, of course I am. American pop star Taylor Swift has inadvertently become part of Argentinians' upcoming November 19th presidential runoff election, as leftist fans of old Taylor Swift launched a campaign urging fellow Swifties not to vote for libertarian economist Iver Mario. Argentina's electorate will head to the polls on Sunday, November 19th, to choose between outsider candidate Malalu and socialist current economy minister Sergio Massa and Brazil 66. No, is that Sergio Massa?
It's Mendez, I believe.
It's
Mendez.
Mesden. Yes, he used to be one of the monkeys.
That's right.
Yeah, Mike.
Swift is presently in Argentina as part of the Eras tour, scheduled to perform 3 concerts in Buenos Aires between November 9th and 11th. This is the first time this superstar old Taylor is performing in the South American nation. Swifties, member of the singer's devoted fandom, have reportedly camped outside Buenos Aires River Plate Monumental Stadium since June in preparation for Thursday's concert, which reportedly attracted around 70,000 attendees.
Wow.
Do you know that this Swiftie thing is changing the economy in cities where she performs? And it's worth the city to fund her to be there because of the amount of money that she is bringing in. We're talking billions. We're talking billions. This Swiftie thing is beyond imaginable.
Well, not only that, the football player that she's dating from the Chiefs.
And thank God she was there to put that man on the map.
Yeah, hold on. So what I was going to say was, Mark, is so she wasn't at one of the games. They got their asses beat, which they don't lose a lot.
Right.
So there's stats now on when she's at the game and when she's not at the game, if they're going to win or lose, and there's bets going on it now.
Oh no!
And I'm telling you, talk about people. Talk about people. Paying like this organization, like the NFL, are going. We're going to pay her to be here.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's great for the seats. It's sold out.
But Mark,
and they win.
The amount of money that Taylor Swift is making. How much would you have to pay her for it to? I mean, if she's paid $100,000, that's pocket change for her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how much do you have to come up with?
I don't know.
So the left-leaning, the Swifties, with the exception of yours truly, sort of a Swiftie over here.
Wow.
But most of them, left-leaning, have sought to weaponize their devotion to Swift to aid Massa in the presidential runoff. Swift fans arriving at the stadium were met with posters outside the concert's entrance reading, "A Swiftie doesn't vote Malay," and featuring the hashtag Malays Trump, which translates to Malay is Trump, referencing, of course, Republican U.S. President, whom Swift was extraordinarily critical of in the past. Today, this poster is because Taylor, in her country, campaigns against Trump. Why would I vote today here in Argentina for Malilila? A man holding a sign that reads Swift would not vote for Malali told Argentina. I don't have the time to check up on the correct pronunciation of these. And by the way,
it's a shame, David.
Well, it's Argentinian, folks. And
by the way, there's some hot Argentinian girls.
Are you
I met
kidding?
one at Dan Tana's one night.
Yeah.
And boy, was she gorgeous. And she was all over me.
As we were brought up by our father, and what did our father always say?
Turn them upside down.
Yeah.
They all look the same.
And that's terrible. We don't necessarily agree with that because I find that I find that to be a real strike against our lovely ladies. I would never go on record as saying that. But what is the term again? So now all of a sudden, if you run into our father, you'll probably like him for it. Most like he's 80 years old, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I mean,
God bless.
Yeah. Boy, we were around a lot, hearing about a lot of sex growing up, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Dad, he has 5 kids, for God's sakes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
Wait a minute, 5?
Yeah, Marta only thought 4. There's the 5th one we never talk about.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We keep him in the basement chained up.
So this Maloof is a libertarian who supports gay marriage and has described feminism as originally a libertarian cause. And it's true. That is true. But yet, any way the wind blows that smacks in the face of anyone that might be considered on the Trump bandwagon, then you got, because Trump did so poorly for our country, didn't he? But this guy, he's kicking ass. You know the reason why eggs are through the roof? And I mentioned this earlier, cream cheese. Cream cheese is about $50,000 now.
Yeah.
What do my bagel biting buddy friends such as Mark C.G. Boyer do for their bagel? There is no schmear that is worthy of your money now. I mean,
you just have to hold your nose and eat the spoiled cream cheese.
What?
Having no idea what he just said. But
it's free.
He continued. Wait a second. So our veteran,
spoiled cream cheese is free.
Our veteran over there, Mark C.G. Boyer, says it's free. So are you slamming our bagel biting buddies?
No. The spoiled cream cheese is free.
Let me go on record as saying there is no one in this room that is on the side of Hamas. Am I safe to say that? Right? Am I right? Am I safe to say that?
I think you're safe to say
got a gun.
Okay.
What?
He's got a gun.
Okay, we're making absolutely no sense. So we'll be this after back with more of Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Well, he was one of the millions who signed up to defend us long ago in 1941. And when they sucker punched us in Pearl Harbor, he fought under MacArthur 17 with an Army Thompson gun. Well, he stormed a lot of beaches, slept in jungles with the leeches. He saw things a young man should never see. And when they shot him in the shoulder, he got back up and he marched forward. Left a lot of brothers dead in Kwajalein. And if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man, there wouldn't be a breath of freedom in this land. When I see people on my TV taking shots at Uncle Sam, I hope they always remember why they can. 'Cause we'd all be speaking German, living under the flag of Japan, if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man. If it wasn't for the good Lord and the man. I'm the grandson of a soldier, and I'd fight the whole world over if duty called and freedom's on the line. But thanks to the greatest generation and the ones still fighting for our nation, I've never had to kill for my way of life. And if it wasn't for the good Lord and the man, there wouldn't be a breath of freedom in this land. When I see people on my TV taking shots at Uncle Sam, wasn't for the good Lord and the man. 'Cause he was one of the millions who signed up to defend us long ago in 1941. And when they sucker punched us in Pearl Harbor, he fought under MacArthur 17 with an Army Thompson gun.
Trapped in a dive bar on the politically incorrect side of the tracks.
Leaning my rifle, dreaming of you.
Radio from the Hollywood fringe. Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Leaning my rifle and dreaming of you.
Scratching your audio itch every Saturday.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, a.k.a. Twitter, and all of the great forums of broad chasing. Meant to say casting. I always do. I mean to. Tom Ohmer is with us, actor extraordinaire. You would know him as the warden in Nefarious, that great movie. And I mean that. Well, I mean everything I say. So if you want a great movie, and it'll hold your attention. It's called Nefarious.
You all right, Billy?
Hey, Billy, you okay there, bud?
Whoa.
Just sort of stumbling, bumbling into this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar. I can't be too hard on him because it's his special day. It's Veterans Day, as it is for Tom Ohmer, who served our country. I know that obviously you're a patriot. So what did you do today? I bet you were up early doing things for the vets. And we haven't talked, so I may be completely wrong, but I know I'm not.
Right, yeah. I got up early this morning. I'm a member of Hollywood Post 43, American Legion Post, and we have a group, actually it's a national group called the American Legion Riders, and they're guys who belong to the American Legion Post, and you ride a motorcycle. And there's all kinds of charity events that we do throughout the years and stuff, but we met this morning at 7:30 over at the Post 43 in Hollywood, which is walking distance from the Hollywood Bowl. It's almost
right on Highland. Then.
Right on Highland.
It is probably the most beautiful American Legion in the country.
It is unbelievable. The history,
I know where
it was
is.
built in the 1920s.
Yes.
Past members were Jimmy Stewart, Clark Gable, Ronald Reagan. I mean, it's got a lot of history.
And it's gorgeous, and it's all Art Deco, right?
Yep.
I only know that from pictures because Tom Ohmer promised he'd take me there.
I'll take you there. And you know what? They spent $5 million renovating the movie theater in there. It's a state-of-the-art movie theater now. They
we worked on the building right next to. We built that. I think it's a condos or apartment because that's how I know the place.
Yeah, it's
right on
there.
Highland, right next to the bowl. Yeah, Matt, it's right there. I'll take you over there for God's sake.
You were mentioning something. If we saw something earlier on break, you said, did you see the unknown soldier?
Oh yeah, that was. But let me finish about the Hollywood.
Please.
So we got a group of motorcycles. We had about 15 of us that rode to the Bob Hope Patriotic Hall, downtown L.A.
Yes. Right.
And there's a huge festivities going on there for all the veterans. So that was real nice. It was
Beautiful.
a good way to spend Veterans Day.
Beautiful.
God bless it.
Beautiful. God bless you. What was my question?
Oh, yeah. I asked if you saw the video of Joe Roomba today.
I did not.
Yeah. You know the way the president takes the wreath and he places it on the tomb of the unknown soldier?
Yes, of course.
He stood there, the guard's there, and he goes, and he backs up and he's walking. I mean, it was sad. It was pathetic.
So he had no idea where he was.
He had no idea what to do.
He was doing.
And they had to go back over there. And he's.
So it looked like Joe Biden.
Yeah, well, because
that's who it was.
Yeah, you see that.
Yeah, it was really sad because that's such a solemn tradition, and to blow it like that, it's just pathetic.
Well, he's done several things like that.
My friends, if you think there's any chance that he is running, you are sorely mistaken. I want him to run.
I wish he would. Yeah.
I want him to be the man. He won't be the man. It's going to be this friggin' idiot stick, small business hating son of a bitch who runs the state of California. You watch, it's coming. It's simply a matter of days, but it is coming. And I don't wish this. I want you to know, I want it to be Biden because we crush
him.
Any Republican creams Biden. But if you checked out the latest polls, my God, Trump just trounces him.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, anyone on the right will cream this guy, which is why the Democrats know that there's no way this man can run.
Well, I like the gal.
Unless Biden, in his old curmudgeonly orneriness says, you're not going to kick me out of here. Because if he, but I'm telling you, they'll drug him. They will drug him so they have a shot at the presidency for another 4 years. And they will, because we're talking about really evil people. Mark C.G. Boyer?
Harris went to South Carolina this week.
Harris. Is that the casino in Vegas and Reno?
No, that's our vice president.
Kamala, okay.
She went to South Carolina and submitted the two of them for primary consideration.
Right.
They entered the race.
Right. So what are you telling me?
He may not be eventually, but it looks like they're going to run.
I'm telling you, they're not running. It's a loser, and the Democrats effing know it.
Yeah.
Now, here's a man, not necessarily on the right or the left, and sort of a non sequitur, but on occasion, my old buddy Rick Dees, remember him? Rick, he was on a Love Boat. And he was on a Love Boat.
I know he was.
And he was a radio, well, still to this day, a radio superstar, certainly here in Los Angeles and throughout the country with his old Countdown boy, was in every friggin' major market throughout the United States and Europe. But Rick will on occasion send me something that he knows that I will find funny. And to set this up for you, in radio, in Top 40 radio, that became CHR, Contemporary Hit Radio. But I, being a kid of the classic Top 40, I've always called it Top 40 Radio. Back in the day, in the 70s, and especially when I think of a radio station in Vancouver, BC, it was a 50,000-watt giant, so we would be able to receive this in Everett, Washington, where I grew up. And it was a radio station called CFUN, C-F-U-N. See, of course, we began our call letters with K's on this side of the Mississippi. On the other side, it's W's. But in Canada, it's C's. So CFUN, and everybody talk like this. And that's what we would call pukers. That's what us in the radio business would call people on the radio that would talk just like this. And here's Manfred Mann on CFUN. Well, old Rigdon Dees knows that I love it when he does his impression of a pukey Top 40 jock. So he sent me this, and he has extraordinary amount of talent, and now he doesn't know what to do with it because he's not on the radio every day. So he'll just sit down and cut something and send it to me, and it sounded like this.
And now, here he is, Chuck Roast. Everybody's favorite Top 40 DJ from the smaller markets of the world. This is Chuck Roast, and I have a surprise for you. It's going to be a world premiere of the Beatly Boodly Beatles. That's right, the Beatles' last song. Now and boom. I can't wait to get it on. Last time we had a big hit like this was John Lennon. I remember, do you? Imogen was a big #1 hit. I think that's Imagine. Everybody wants to hear it. Anyway, it is Chuck Roast. It's going to be a world premiere now and then, followed by 23 commercials in a row, one for erectile dysfunction. It's everybody's favorite Top 40 DJ, Chuck Roast, coming at you with the Beatly Boodly Beatles now and then. B-Color 100.
Yeah, that Rick Dees ain't right.
He sounds like he's getting bored over there.
Oh, that's what but that's what I'm saying. The man is getting bored. And so he'll sit down and he'll cut a little bit like that and send it to me.
He's got this huge mansion over there in
Kentucky.
Toluca Lake. And Kentucky.
And the Toluca Lake home I've been in, and it's huge. And so he doesn't even know what to do with himself.
Mark, that would be a mansion. Because a house that is huge, right? That would be a mansion.
Okay.
I think it was formerly owned by
Betty Grable.
Or Phyllis Diller. It was a very famous female in show business.
But I looked at its wall and he had a picture of Davy Crockett, like from an antique. I thought it was really good. That's the real deal. That's the real deal, Marty. Huh?
Yeah.
Look at that. You're looking at that. That's Davy Crockett. I'm like, okay, cool.
Listen, Rick has done very, very well in radio
Plastic on his furniture, and that was weird.
And P.S., he deserves every penny because he really is that guy. And I appreciated him because he was never that puking disc jockey in the morning. He was never talking like this. Because we would I would make fun of that sort of disc jockey in my shows as well. Over on K-Earth here in Los Angeles. I don't know if they're doing that anymore, but, the old shotgun tub. You
better believe it.
You better believe it. But I love old shotgun. I'm not saying that he fits in that category, even though he does wear a really weird-looking hat.
Yeah, man, he's an odd duck.
Betty
sorry.
Davis.
Betty Davis house?
I said Betty Davis, didn't I?
Yeah, wow.
I swear to God I did.
Somebody did.
Yeah, wow. Peter, pass me the letter. That's from some movie. Peter, pass me the letter. I only know that line from our former producer, Lori Downey Jr., who would say that on occasion.
So, Matt, why?
I'd say, what is that? She'd say it's a Betty Davis movie. Well, she's asking for a letter to be passed to her. Yes, Mart?
So why is it called a mansion? Because it's not.
Because it's a large house. A large house.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
And I don't believe that there's any specific number of square feet that you have.
When it becomes a mansion?
Yeah. But I just think it's a big house.
You know what? And Matt, remember we were there one Halloween. We were standing by his pool.
I used to take my daughter to his house on Halloween because he always would pass out the big full-size candy bars and
candy apples
and these gorgeous candy apple. I mean, big ass candy apples with nuts and chocolate on them. Oh yeah.
And his neighbors. He talked about his neighbors. He said right over that fence over there is a. What's their name for that? Desperate Housewife.
Desperate Housewife. No, don't. You can't. No, you can't.
I can't?
No.
Okay.
Listen, there's one thing about this show. We're very honest, but unless Rick wants no.
Well, I'm not going to say what he said.
No, but
his neighbor.
I'll just put it this way. He would talk about. He'd say, Matt, can you smell that waft from the neighbor's backyard?
Cherry.
There are some things happening in that Mark Cherry household that I just don't want to know about. So
you just said
but that's it. No, I did not say it.
Oh.
I did not say it.
And then Rick said, "Hey, Marty Allen, you have any ideas for me, like jokes or anything, man? I'll pay you for it."
And he did. Yeah,
he would always do that.
Anytime if you could come up with a bit, he'd give you $100 bill, and it'd always be cash, so you wouldn't have to claim it. Hey, anybody following this dismembered torso case in Hollywood? The suspect, whose wife and in-laws remain missing, and the suspect, where a dismembered torso was found in a dumpster, is reportedly one of the dudes from a prominent Hollywood family whose wife and in-laws are missing.
Yeah.
I think they got the right guy. I saw a picture of him. And by the way, am I judgmental? Yes.
We all are.
You bet your ass I am. It took one picture for me to say, oh, yeah, that's got to be the dude. He looks like a guy who dismembered.
Yeah, he chopped bodies.
Yeah. Murder suspect Sam Haskell Jr., whose family is known for Christmas movies. What does that mean? Was arrested after a homeless man found a headless body in a dumpster. According to a report by Fox News, the L.A. Police Department said they responded. By the way, Tom Ohmer, former L.A. Police Department member, said they responded to a dumpster at around 6 a.m. near the intersection of Ventura Boulevard and Rubio. Wait, that ain't that far from here. Oh, that's pretty frightening. That's in Encino, my old stomping grounds, where they found a woman's torso Police said the victim has not yet been identified, but the woman's body may belong to the murder suspect's wife. Police also found evidence at the scene that led them to the home of 35-year-old Sam Haskell V, the son of Hollywood producer Sam Haskell III. The L.A. murder suspect lived at the home with his wife, their 3 children, and his in-laws. Authorities said the children were found safely at school, but their mother, 37-year-old Mai Haskell, and grandparents, 72-year-old Goshen and 64-year-old Zing Zhang Wang, are missing.
Say goodbye.
Haskell's father was an Emmy-winning producer, a longtime A-list Hollywood agent who represented stars like Dolly Parton, George Clooney, as well as longtime Miss America organization CEO. So he was later embroiled in a scandal after leaked emails showed him disparaging former winners of Miss America, and his demise was chronicled in A&E's Secrets of Miss America. So you got this guy out there who is related to this prominent Hollywood mogul, and they think he may have it takes a special kind of person in your term with the LAPD. Well, just as a cop in general, Tom Ohmer, what is the most disgusting thing you ever found? Was it perhaps a dismemberment?
No, it'd been a body that hadn't been discovered for about 2 weeks.
Ooh. Was it in a house?
Yeah, it was in a house.
Was there foul play?
No, the guy, it was in the winter, and he had one of those wall heaters, and he was cold, and he leaned up against a wall heater and died of a heart attack. And they didn't find him for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not quite as good as the dismemberment story, but, nice try, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, more with Tom Ohmer, a vet. More with our Billy Dilly, our HR man for Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on Rumble, on YouTube, and X, a.k.a. Twitter. A vet. Mark C.G. Boyer.
Not a vet.
Not even close. Not even close. He would have been the first one.
I don't like animals at all.
On that boat to China. My brother Mark and my own self, Magic Matt. We'll be this after back.
And now, back to the exciting climax of our story.
This is legendary Outlaw Radio.
Why, Captain Drummond.
Miss Miller?
Magic Matt Allen. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, a.k.a. X, and the great radio stations, including but not limited to. We are huge fans of Wisconsin and those people of Wisconsin, even though out of all of the swing states, that's the one that had it had Biden up by like 2 or 0.2%. It was the only swing state.
Why is that?
Which I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, all those great Polish people in Wisconsin, you know, they're classic. A lot of them classic old Democrats, but man, you got to know that your party has left you. I mean, they are gone, man.
That Bloody Mary sausage, whatever you had me try, that they just sent to us.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, it's like a Slim Jim type thing. But,
yeah, I want that. You know, that should be sticking out of a Bloody Mary.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Everything they sent us is really good.
Hey, next hour, some very, very good stuff, including a Red, White, and Blue or Stars and Stripes song in honor of our great veterans. Plus, I found this classic from Biden talking about the existential, the existentialness of climate change, and it's a short one. And this cute little kid from Australia with Piers Morgan, and you'll get a kick out of this because I guess he told this joke on the Today Show and just floored the folks on the show. He is the cutest little kid. You're going to get a kick out of this. So I couldn't understand last night on a Friday. My brother Mart is over here, and he vanishes. But I know that he's not driving because he'd had a few to drink. And
I do not drink and drive.
And he will not drink and drive. Same here. Not that we're saints. We just want to stay alive and we don't want to kill anyone.
Stay out of jail.
Yeah,
I'd like to do that too.
Well, we don't want to kill anyone. So I couldn't figure out. So I thought Mart must have gone to the marijuana store, you know. No, because I don't smoke this stuff.
I'll buy a little.
My brother will on occasion.
On occasion. I buy an eighth for $15. It'll last me 3 months sometimes because I don't do a lot. I use it to sleep with sometimes because I have
Mart
trouble sleeping. But anyway,
Mart, me doth protest too much.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
No, that wasn't it. And I was gonna go out with this girl that I've been seeing for a while, and she was in a different part of town, and it didn't work out and whatever. So I said, I'm gonna go to a local bar. So I went over to this bar.
Looking for Snaggly-Wag?
Well, whatever comes around, whatever, man. I mean, not looking, but, who knows.
And bring them back to the house so they can steal
that's right.
the limited edition James Bond stuff?
That's right.
Come on, man.
Hey, dude, you brought some sketchy people over here yourself.
Well, look around you.
Well, yeah.
Now, I'm kidding. Tom Ohmer, not sketchy.
He's probably the only one.
Yeah. And he's in showbiz and not sketchy. Yeah, continue.
But I know, so it's a place called the Sugar Suite, and Matt has brought me there before. It's like 5 minutes from here, and I took a lift. $8 lift. Why not, man?
And what did you find?
So I found this because I don't drink a lot of hard booze, but boy, I had a margarita, and I saw her pour for people. They just open that bottle, and they pour the strongest drinks ever.
Excellent.
Prices are dirt cheap.
So what did you have?
Outside patio.
See, I didn't find after the pandemic, the flu. After that, I found that the prices went through the roof. You used to be able to get a great cocktail, a mixed cocktail in there for $4.
Well, put it this way. I had that.
I bet you're paying $10, $11 now for a drink.
I don't know the price of just for the margarita, but I had that. I had a few beers, and I bought this girl a drink.
But Mart, if you're paying, then how would you not know the price?
I don't itemize everything. I just get the bill and pay it.
Hold on a second. So you give them your credit card in a dive bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a proponent of that.
So anyway, it was $23.
Yeah?
That's nothing.
For how many drinks?
I bought a girl one, and then I had like 3 beers and that drink.
So did you get a phone number out of that?
No, she said she wants me to be her new husband and stuff, and she got a little creepy with me, so I backed away from that one.
All right, yeah.
Well, she was all sloppy and
no, sloppy.
She was cute, but sloppy, and I'm like,
yeah,
that ain't gonna work, man.
Yeah, smelled like cheap tequila. The bra strap hanging out.
Oh yes, there was on one side.
Yeah, well, you should have brought her home for me. Hey, listen. Tom, I'm joking
No,
over
he's
here.
not. He's
I'm
not.
It's a lot of work producing and hosting a show. So anything that I think of now comes out of my pile. All right, we'll be this. A big hour next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
One more time. Let's try it one more once.
met the first sort of mainstream African American who was articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a story.
It seems like the city is breathing, and diamonds are falling, rose-colored glasses, the moon and the river is seething, the holiday calling, wherever you go, I'll follow.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten him up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all his guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
All right, here we go for Upstate Mary and our beautiful vets on Veterans Day. Enjoy this.
Well, if you ask me where I come from,
Here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. It's a big old land with countless dreams, and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. Yeah, I've seen enough to know that we've got it good, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. I pledge allegiance to this flag, and if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Yes, there's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. No, it ain't the only place on earth, but it's the only place that I prefer to love my wife and raise my kids, hey, the same way that my daddy did, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly.
God bless you, our veterans. God bless you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. And good old Aaron Tippin there, man. What a classic.
He's great.
It's it's taken so for granted by, I think, especially the youth.
Yes.
They have no idea what the hell was fought for.
No, because
everything has been given to them.
And it's really not their fault in a lot of ways because they've been indoctrinated.
I blame it on them for listening to those dip-ass professors at the universities. You know, you should be grown up enough,
They've
or at least
canceled
to
everything.
use your own mind.
They want to take away history completely, so they don't even know what happened.
It's not simply a concept. These are men and women who fought like hell to keep the United States of America free. It really did happen.
Yes.
And happens every stinking day. And God bless you. And if you don't believe in God, then simply thank you. You know, even if you don't believe in God, believe in the United States of America and what she has done for your lives. Why is it that everyone, the majority of those, want to come to our country? There's a reason for this. It's called freedom. And every day I see that freedom being ripped away from us. And it really is. It starts, my friends, with free speech. It truly does.
Yep.
It sort of begins and ends there. Free speech. And that is being ripped away from us. We're afraid to tell you what's on our minds. Except on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Had to give a plug there on Rumble, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you have to punch it in that way. I'm not saying that out of ego. You have to punch it in as Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Otherwise, you will find other fictitious fakers who stole my name, Outlaw Radio, years ago and are up there on YouTube. And I never even wanted to be up there on any of these social platforms.
I know.
But because of requests for several years, I finally gave in. And we're making headroom on YouTube, finally. The subscriber base is building. I'm seeing how this works. So do us a favor and subscribe if you like what we stand for. And if you're just tuned in, what do we stand for? We stand for the United States of America and the fact that, yes, we are a better country than all the rest. Yes, I said it, and I believe it.
And Matt, nowadays
subscribe to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. Follow us on Rumble. Yes, my brother Mart.
It is pathetic when you're almost afraid to display an American flag because you look down upon.
Oh no! Well, you're afraid that someone will shoot into your
for an
windows.
American flag, Tom.
And did you see what's going on in New York?
Yes,
they're climbing the poles, tearing down the American flags, and putting the Palestinian flags.
Who are these a-holes?
They're watching them. They're not doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did the Jews start this? No. Should there be a ceasefire? Hell no. Ever. Finish the job this time. And yes, oh my God, Matt, don't you have a heart? Yes, I do. But son of a bitch, it's not us who are hiding inside hospitals. It's not us that are putting up our women and children as shields. And it's not the Israelis doing that whatsoever.
No.
These are bad people, and unfortunately, they must be annihilated. Finish the job this time. Yes, Mark, a Jew.
The interesting discussion I had the other day. I was wondering how the individuals that conducted the raid, the people who helped them plan it, did not anticipate the Israeli response. And then it hit me. They were hoping for it.
Yes.
So they can turn the rest of the world against Israel.
But this has been the plan ever since, and that's why this is why the call for the ceasefire and these idiot stick dip S's in New York and other cities. But man, that has turned into a cesspool to the point where my daughter, who loves New York, I love New York. I have never had a bad time in Manhattan. I love New York. And that place has gone down the friggin' tubes. And I will tell you that the old governor there in Texas, although it was poo-pooed in the beginning, sending all these folks here by bus, I'm telling you, you did the right thing. Because you shoved it up their arse, as our Brits would say.
Yes.
And you did the right thing by showing the American people who those people are. And the sanctuary city concept is simply a stance. They don't mean it.
So you're even saying
they don't mean it.
Even your daughter got the hell out of there. Is what you were
yes.
saying. Yeah.
I mean, she's living in Ohio. But the good news is Ohio is mostly a red state. I know some might say it's purple or turquoise, but it's mostly red. It's mostly red.
Turquoise.
It's certainly not rainbow. So that's where we are. And God bless you, veterans. God bless you. Those who have lost their life, those who are with us. God bless you. You know, keep up the fight. It's a good fight. Okay, I promised I'd play this. This is pretty cute. let me find this. Yeah, I'm producing the show today because
Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah. Oh,
don't be a pussy, Dave.
Yeah, I got to be in the hospital and go through a major operation. Anything to stay away from working with Matt. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I hope Dave gets better soon. He will. He is. I texted him yesterday. He said he's hanging in there. He's
so do I. But there's a reason for my wanting him to be back because this is
selfish.
Is what? Yes. 100%. Hell yeah. This is too much work. I can't concentrate on our esteemed guest, our movie star guest, Tom. I was going to call him Tom Olson. That's how that's how screwed up I am.
That's how
today.
Detached you are.
It says Tom Ohmer from Nefarious, a movie that you need to see if you haven't seen. Okay, so I recorded this, and so it sort of blips in and out, and any of this stuff that sent me. You sent this to me, right, Mart?
Yes.
But it's on Twitter. No, what's it on? It's on
Instagram.
Yeah, any of that Instagram stuff or that Twitter stuff, anytime you try to record it for the show, it's like blips, it stops, it starts. The whole technology just drives me crazy. It could have something to do with the fact my computer's 20 years old.
Yeah.
But this is this cute little kid. I don't know. What is he, 9 years old or something?
Probably, yeah.
Little blonde kid. I think he's from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the Today Show, and just threw him for a loop. They had no idea what would come out of this kid's pie hole, but boy, is he spot on. So it's a short one, but it'll start and stop. But just bear with it because I think the punchline is worth it. This is Pierce talking to this kid. It's coming.
Not too bad yourself, Pierce?
I'm good, mate. And you are the most famous young man in Australia after cracking the joke that reduced the Today Show host to quivering wrecks of laughter.
Yeah.
So for the benefit of our viewers,
what
was the joke?
All right.
A vegan and a vegetarian are jumping off a cliff to see who will hit the bottom first. Who wins?
And?
I don't know. Who wins?
Society.
Society. Love that kid.
It is a very, very funny
joke.
Oh, this is a
joke.
I know. How annoying was that? But yeah, that is great.
Yeah.
A vegan and a vegetarian jump off a cliff to see who lands first, who wins. Society. Oh God, I love that. And by the way, I'm certain there must be more than one vegetarian or vegan listening or watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. I'm certain there is a veteran or two out there who happens to be a vegan or vegetarian. Well, have a sense of humor. Do
what you want, man. If you want to look pasty white all the time.
Yeah, if you want to have that
pasty
pasty old skin, we were meant to eat, otherwise we wouldn't have teeth. All right? So you can argue that point if you are from Great Britain. But
oh no!
Well, you could.
Oh
yeah.
And nothing wrong with a vegan vegetarian. Maybe it's just part of their diet mandated by their doctors.
Yeah, I have a really good friend of mine who's a cancer survivor, and she's been vegan. When she was diagnosed with cancer, they weren't expecting her to live. She went vegan, and she's been 20 years cancer free.
But we don't know if for the last 20 years she continued to eat meat, if she would still be cancer free. Yeah, Tom, come on.
Okay.
Work with. No. Because, and I really mean this too. You find some
statistics.
No, you find some doctor, who is enlightened and happens to be a vegan or believes in it, and then they'll put you on the diet, and then all of a sudden that becomes part of the statistics. And see what happened. I don't know. And God bless. By the way, God bless her. You said it was a she.
Yes.
God bless her for still being alive. I'm a big fan of that, especially if she's a friend of yours.
Speaking of that, my buddy that lives in Montana just shot a beautiful elk, man. I mean, it's just, and he sent pictures of the meat after he slaughtered it.
Speaking of cancer survivor?
No, of vegetarians and vegans. Because right now they're going, really? You had to tell us about
venison is vegetarian.
This is not venison. Elk is not venison. That's deer.
It's elk.
Oh, okay. What is elk?
Elk.
It's elk. It's simply elk.
Why isn't it called deer instead of venison?
Because deer and elk are two separate.
No. Why is it called venison instead of deer?
All right, it's a feasible question. I don't care. I just don't care to hear the answer.
This is really odd. I mean,
I don't care to hear the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask Tom Ohmer. Oh, Tom Ohmer, our vet, our veteran on Veterans Day. Tom, does the name Sybil Danning mean anything to you?
No.
All right, I'll move on.
Tom, you're batting 1,000 today, my friend.
No. It doesn't make him. I'm the nutbag who thinks she was something. According to Mark, she was something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's Mark.
I hung out with her at the London Hotel on Thursday night, and it was a fun time.
Why didn't you invite Tom?
What?
Yeah. Why didn't you did not invite?
I mentioned earlier that if I had thought about it,
would you have gone, Tom?
He may have. It's a Hollywood get together.
Yeah.
He may have met Sybil Danning. She could put him in, her next movie. And according to her husband, who's this very German man, says she's got 4 movies now since the strike is over. 4 movies that she, but it's Sybil Danning.
Well, you were talking about Nefarious. It got greenlit for an 8-episode TV series.
I love that. Now, does that mean they're going to cut up the movie?
No, they're writing 8 episodes. Yeah.
Are they going to use some of the cast from the movie?
Yeah. Sean Patrick Flannery, Jordan Belfi, me. Yep.
Nice.
We're all going to
Is involved. But has the contract been written? Have you signed it yet?
No, they're still writing it.
See,
it's still in the planning
Here's
stage.
the thing, and you don't need me to tell you this, Tom, but in Hollywood, don't believe it until you see it on TV. Yep. Right? And I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan.
That would be awesome, man. A TV show. Oh, that would be really cool.
You know who I am not a fan of? This man. But I found this, and it was it's sort of a non sequitur. But welcome to the magical world of outlaw radio. This is so preposterous, and he's so full of crap, and he doubles down on his sincerity. Joe Biden.
We all must summon the common will to actually address the existential threat of accelerating climate change. It's real. It's serious.
It's real.
We don't have a lot of time.
It's real.
It is the single greatest threat to humanity.
Now,
the single greatest threat to
humanity.
What?
Yeah.
The single greatest threat to humanity. It's real. It's real.
It's real.
It's a scam, a lamb, a ding-dong. It is a money grab. It's a stop fossil fuels and get into an electric car. It's a scam, a llama. I play this once a year. Let me see if I can find this damn thing. It should be here. Okay. Well, this is a radio personality from the 70s and into the 80s, a guy that I admired, and there are few in radio that I look up to. But Larry Lujak out of WLS in Chicago was one of the greats.
Yeah, I remember him.
Oh, man. Well, you grew up in Indiana.
Indiana, yeah. Larry Lujak.
And you could get, because WLS had this 50,000 watt major transmitter.
Yep.
Lujak was one of those greats. And I played you a little bit from Rick Dees, who he sent me this bit, and I played it last hour. And it's all about puke disc jockey. He said, "Good afternoon, everybody." Here's Kaji Goo Goo. Here's Stephen Bishop. He was the original purple glass wearer before Prince. Here we go. Well, I never talked like that. Lujak never talked like that.
You do a good impression of Lujak.
And Larry Lujak, the voice of labor, WCFL. It would just be the way he would say call letters. When he'd say WLS, it's just, it was meaningful. And you'd say, well, what sort of content is that? And he had content, but he didn't have to have it. It was all about attitude. And that's the radio. That's great radio that I grew up with.
Larry Lou Jack.
Uh-huh.
Larry Lou Jack. Larry Lou Jack. Larry Lou Jack. Super Jock.
Okay, so I think I have this under this. I think I'll be able to find this. This, son of a... Hold on a second. There he is. Hold on.
Hey, Marty, new producer.
Okay, so this is Larry in the 70s on the air at WLS. Now, think about what you just heard from Joe Biden. We don't have a lot of time. You know, this go over this climate change. We don't have a lot of time. How many years have they been telling we don't have a lot of time? And years ago, it was about freezing. We didn't have a lot of time because we were freezing.
Aerosol cans.
Right, you, Tom, the ice ages are coming.
Growing up, that's what we would,
Leonard Nimoy, have you seen his video from the 70s?
Oh,
talking about ice age.
Classic.
And
It's all a crock of ass. Don't you know that you people are being befuddled and the wool being strewn about your eyes? It's a lie, Larry.
Take another touchstone next hour for some more Yes concert tickets. Late morning edition of the Cheap Trashy Showbiz Report and Larry Lou Jack's Animal Stories all in the next hour here at WLS. It's 8:54. Good morning. I'm Jeff Hendricks.
And I'm Catherine Johns, WLS News.
There apparently is trouble around the corner for Spaceship Earth, a Massachusetts physicist.
Remember, this is mid-1970s.
Has looked over all the data and doesn't like what he sees happening around the year 2000. Oceanographer William Jenkins says the polar ice caps are melting sooner and faster than expected. And that means the Earth may be racked with floods, monsoons, and heat waves, devastating to food production in the coming century. There could be widespread death and starvation.
Oh, my God.
He's a proponent of the so-called greenhouse theory, which states the Earth is warming up because pollution is trapping heat in the atmosphere.
And this is by the year 2000
that all of this is about to come to pass, he says. He being Bill Jenkins.
I think it was $50,000 a month.
Okay, and so Larry just completely ignores it and goes on to some story about one of the Beach Boys, because I think he was a pragmatic sort who knew it was a crock of crap. And by the way, by the year 2000, that was about 50 years ago that happened. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the greatest radio stations in the nation.
outlaws in one great epic. The Outlaws is coming.
Name something a doctor might pull out of a person. Darcy.
A gerbil.
See, the guy just cannot. He's looking at her. He can't believe she said that.
This is Outlaw Radio. The Outlaws is coming. And the Stooges is ready.
He can't believe she said that.
Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen and the Demons of Decadence. Hear it right here every week. The Outlaws is coming, isn't they?
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies, to the big dog, the big growly dog, a broad chasing, meant to say casting. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble. Thank you for subscribing to us on YouTube and following us on Rumble and on Twitter. Not certain how that Twitter thing is going, but, grabbing as many platforms as we possibly can, including the greatest radio stations around the country. Thank you for being there from the bottom of our bottom, from the bottom of our hearts. And thank you, the great vets of the United States of America. Wouldn't be here, wouldn't be doing this. We'd be speaking German if it weren't for you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're listening to us and it's not Veterans Day, means you're not listening to us live, but I say every day should be Veterans Day. I mean, if they can make an LGBTQ friggin', what do they call that, Pride Day for an entire month? Come on. Give me a friggin' break. Oh, I like the end of this song. This is Bevan on drums. Guy's a good drummer. Yeah, Jeff Lynne and his crew. What a great album, too. Face the Music, ELO. Thank you for asking. Nobody asked, but you got the answer anyway. Hey, Muslims are protesting British band Coldplay's concert over LGBTQ plus support. Dateline. Does anybody say that anymore? I just did. Jakarta, Indonesia. Dozens of conservative Muslims marched in Indonesia's capital, calling for the cancellation of Coldplay's upcoming concert over the British band's support for the LGBTQ plus community. Coldplay, renowned for interlacing its values with its shows, such as the band's push for environmental sustainability, lead singer Chris Martin. Mart, who's he married to? Isn't he married to some famous chick?
Chris Martin. I know who he is. I don't know who he's married to, though.
Yeah, he's married to some, I think, Hollywood.
All I know is Coldplay's one of those bands where, once again, our younger brother, he had that style of music and that whole thing written way before Coldplay. And there's some songs that are basically ripped off from Michael's catalog.
Yeah, but they weren't ripped off because nobody heard his damn catalog. And
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow, right?
That's pretty hot.
They divorced in 2016.
Oh, divorced?
She is.
Can't imagine a Hollywood marriage not making it.
Yeah, they say diets last longer than marriages in Hollywood.
Yeah. Coldplay. So the Asian leg of Coldplay's music of the Spears World Tour includes a November 15th concert at Jakarta's Gelora Bung Karno Stadium. Wow, I would change the name of that place. Yeah, or no, I'm not going to say it. It's too obvious, but I would change it to that though. More than 70,000 tickets were scooped up in less than 2 hours. Jakarta is one of the band's top streaming hubs with 1.6 million fans in the city. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Critics say Coldplay's show is suggestive and that the band's support for the LGBTQ community threatens to undermine Indonesia's moral fiber and corrupt its youth. Nearly 100 demonstrators. 100? Is that a lot? I mean, are they making a mountain out of a molehill? Many holding banners and signs filled a major thoroughfare in Jakarta. The protesters organized by Islam. See, this is really the point here. Organized by Islamist group, the 212 Brotherhood alumni, whose name refers to the December 2nd, 2016 mass protests against the polarizing Christian politician Basuki Tjaja Purnama, chanted, "God is great, we reject Coldplay." These are the same people that the lefties in Hollywood who support by and large, support LGBTQ plus, but yet they support these a-holes going after Israel, the same people that will throw homosexuals off of a rooftop because they don't believe in homosexuality. How does this make any sense whatsoever?
They don't listen.
Who don't? Who?
The kids, the kids that are on the left. They don't pay attention.
But it's not simply the kids on the left. It's Hollywood in general who don't, and there are some outliers, obviously, and thank goodness for those. But, for the most part, man, we're dealing with Hollywood in general, thinking that there should be a ceasefire. And we here, I think I can speak for all of us, and if you have a problem with this, please raise your hand or say it now. We support Israel. We don't believe in a ceasefire. Put the hammer down. Get it over with now.
And Matt, it is
period.
Like over at USC, they did a survey or whatever. It's mostly women over there that support
Mart,
the Palestine.
Mart, you know what's going to bring down the country? Oh boy. Get ready for this. Females are going to bring down the United States of America.
Well, they know how to bring down men, so if they learn how to do that, they can bring us all.
Now, see, that sounds very disgruntled.
It really does.
Are you saying if it weren't for the vagina, we wouldn't talk to him? See, that's what I heard him. That's what I heard my
Tom,
brother
did I say that?
Tom, did he say that? Did he infer that? That's what I heard.
Tom watches TV series, man. He's keeping low right now.
No, you can tell when he's quiet. It's like, I do work at Hollywood, and I do like to work.
No, I didn't make that up, though. It is mostly women.
Yes, it is, and it's these. I have gone on record so many times, and let me triple down on this. It is the lefty women in the outskirts, all in the outskirts, in the beautiful areas, having a great life. They're the ones bringing down America. Who do you think is the number one constituency in the Democrat Party? Oh, it ain't the blacks. It certainly ain't our Mexican brethren, who are certainly seeing the light, as are our black brethren
for a long time.
Are seeing the light.
Yes.
No, it is unencumbered females with no children, single females who are the lefties who will bring down America. Those are the Democrats' biggest constituency. Did you know this, Tom? Were you aware of this? No. See what you're hearing? This is the honest-to-God truth. It's sort of scary, isn't it? Sort of shattering. Now, if you're out, as my brother was talking about being at a dive bar last night, if you're out at a dive bar and you discover the hottest, I mean just the hottest chick dripping of sex, and you would like, because being a heterosexual male, as my brother is, and you would like to have a little engagement there, and she's ready to go, but then you discovered that she's on the left, would you stop her down right then?
Nope.
Hell no.
No, you can't. No, see, you can't because we're heterosexual males. And so
I'd act like I didn't hear it. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I must have heard that wrong. No, that's wrong.
Well, no, man, I've been kind of hanging out with this. When I say hanging out, kind of seeing this girl. She's Iranian, but she says she's a Christian Iranian.
Yeah.
She is not Allah. She is not. She's Christian. And I talked to my buddy Mark Walker about
Maybe she's just telling you that.
Well, no. And some people say, well, you're dating the enemy, and she didn't want me to bring her to the gun range and show her how to shoot. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, am I going to train her how to kill me?
No. She, believe me, she's lying to you. She knows how to shoot. No, I don't know.
She's a very nice person.
I hope you're right.
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
Great.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
But if you've ever watched
she's been here a couple times.
If you've ever watched The Sting, you learn that those con men and women, they coerce you into believing that what they're saying is true. I mean, that's the way it works. Jeffrey Katzenberg says that AI will slash 90% of animation jobs in 3 years. Yep. I believe it, and a whole lot of leftists who hate us are about to lose their jobs. Oops.
I mean, Tom,
oopsie.
The strike, Now, for the actors, it's a good thing.
Tom Ohmer, great actor.
It's a good thing for the actors, but how about...
In the movie Nefarious and in the upcoming TV series Nefarious, yes, Mart?
But how about the behind-the-scenes people, like, down to, the grips and the... And these type of people, because we had a guest on earlier that was talking about this. Those are people that are going to be hurting more. Like, the actors is great for them, but all these people were out of work for so long that they don't get a raise, do they?
Well, the problem is whenever Hollywood goes on strike, there's so many ancillary type of jobs. Like you said, grips, gaffers, caterers, wardrobe people, transportation, all those guys. But, the transpo and the grips and gaffers, they all have their own union too.
Right.
Oh, okay.
IOTC, yeah.
Right. Separate union.
Separate union, yeah. They negotiate.
I didn't know that, yeah.
So they should also be taken care of during this bad time. Yeah. Hey, I never knew Kate Blanchett, that big movie star.
Yes.
I never knew she was such a dumb bolt. I mean, she fits into the category of a Cher and all these other idiots. She demands a ceasefire in Gaza, and she pushes for open borders in support of migrants. Immediate ceasefire. That's Kate Blanchett. During a speech she gave at the European Union Parliament in Brussels, she also pushed for open borders so that third world migrants may freely enter Western countries of their choosing. A two-time Oscar winner.
Well, didn't they already do a 4-hour ceasefire?
Mike, just let it breathe.
Oh.
It's like, because she won, two Oscars. Shouldn't she know what she's talking about politically?
Unfortunately not.
Right, Tom? Tom? When you win an Oscar, we'll listen to you, Tom.
Right, yeah.
She sees walls and barbed wire fences as a solution. She condemned those who see walls and barbed wire fences as a solution to the world's 36.4 million refugees. She appeared at the EU Parliament in her role as a goodwill ambassador for the United Nations Refugee Agency. By the way, why is the United Nations still around? Oh, God, it's such a joke. It's such a bunch of lefty, kumbaya, bunch of bull S. Blanchett kicked off her speech by reiterating her demand for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. How about a humanitarian ceasefire before what went down on October 7th? How about that? How about you don't take the first shot, you son of a bitch, man. How stupid are these people? What am I missing here, Tom, with a Kate Blanchett? What am I missing? What does she believe in that I don't understand?
Lack of reality.
Yeah, so they live in a fantasy world.
Yeah, a lot of them, there's this this bubble, and they hang out with like-minded people,
yes.
and so they don't.
Now, what if they say the same thing about us? Well, we hang out with like-minded people, but do we not have, for the most part, facts to back up our views? For the most part, we have facts, right?
Yeah, it's the denial of truth is a big problem.
I mean, it's this whole woke thing, man. It's taken Disney down, and you think Disney's had a bad time so far? Well, the dark days are ahead. Bob Iger plans on another $2 billion in cuts. An additional $2 billion in spending cuts in the months ahead. The latest sign of continued dark times. And we're talking about a once formidable company. I mean, this company had the world by the huevos. Walt Disney is spinning continuously in his grave. They're struggling with spiraling costs. Well, why are things so expensive? Well, look to the administration for that. I mean, an unprecedented string of box office flops. Why? Because woke is in for Disney. But the majority of the public here in the United States, even the Democrats, don't buy it. They don't buy this. It's a self-inflicted brand damage, and it's just ill-advised culture wars, and Disney jumped on the bandwagon. And are they ever going to jump off? Now it's tough because as you enter their park instead of ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Now it's people. Now it's not ladies and gentlemen. Now it's people.
Well, Splash Mountain itself, that ride Splash Mountain.
Yeah, what about it?
It's not open right now.
Don't you mean Flash Mountain?
And there's a reason why it's not open, because the old
we know why. We know why. It was all political correctness.
Considered racist because of the Civil War.
And by the way, I had no problem with it being called Flash Mountain, where they, the chicks when they're going down the
I've
thing,
seen them. They
right?
flip their shirts up.
And then that would be on the pictures.
Anyway, they're closed, and then the Pirates. You know what the Pirates did with that stuff?
But that's Disney. So does Disney deserve what they're getting? The answer is yes. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Veterans, you know who you. Yes, we're talking to you. We love you dearly.
Kids. Where the past, present, and future collide in mindless talk at the pinnacle of mediocrity. Now you can drink, smoke, and interrupt with the Hollywood fringe right in your own backyard. This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
And the evening is nice.
Alrighty. Wow, we got through it. I just dropped cigar ashes in the board. This is never good. I'm not making enough money on this show to buy a new board. Hey, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. Hey, we've garnered a few more subscribers during the show today. Thank you. Obviously you know who you are because you did it. The more subscribers, the better. And the more followers on Rumble, the better. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the right way to do things. Those who happen to love the United States of America. And that means we love you vets. And we were sort of discussing this earlier. I only have a second. But pro-terror Jewish group wants to stop Gal Gadot from showing Hamas atrocities. Jewish Voice for Peace. Are you hearing this? Do you know about this, Mark, my bagel-biting buddy?
Nope.
Dig this. Jewish Voice for Peace, a pro-terror organization that exploits Jewish identity to cover for violent Palestinian extremists, has come out against Gal Gadot's effort, and it could be Godot, but I'm not French, to show a film of Hamas atrocities on October 7th to a group of select Hollywood insiders. They don't want this to happen. This is that Wonder Woman star.
Yep.
You know, she was, and by the way, hot little gal, plans to screen footage provided by the Israel Defense Force that shows atrocities committed by Hamas terrorists when they entered Israel October 7th. Give me a reason why they shouldn't show this. It's the truth.
Oh, we don't want the truth out there.
No, we don't want the truth. The truth. And the truth is, no ceasefire. End this. Finally end it.
Now, Matt, you do know that on Friday, yesterday, I was at work and I did hear on the radio that they did a 4-hour ceasefire so people can get things out and get supplies. I don't know if you heard about this. They did
humanitarian.
But is it 4 hours a day?
Yeah.
Or so they're doing it 4 hours a day?
Right.
Correct?
Yeah, I think they're doing blocks of 4 hours to allow people to
leave and then
leave. Yeah.
I get it. 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 No more though. no more. And it's a dirty, rotten shame.
Well, you got to wipe them out. I mean, you do. I agree.
Yes, you do. 100%. It has to be over.
You know, this would not be happening. None of this right now. If
Mark C.G. Boyer, we Jews didn't start this fight.
No, we did not.
I love how he's saying we. I'm not a Jew. I'm an honorary Jew, made an honorary Jew by Milton Berle, the great Milton Berle.
That's pretty cool.
Who's been dead a long stinking time. You know why? Because all of my friends are dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I guess I'm not a friend. Okay, I'm leaving.
No.
Later.
Oh, yeah. Like that would stop Mark from sticking around since there's a poker game tonight.
Oh, okay. Then, in that case.
Friend of the friendless, my friends. My brother Mark, thank you for being here. Our man outside there, and he is literally outside because he's cooking up some victuals for us.
God, I hope he's okay.
He's never okay.
Nah.
Billy
Afraid he's going to catch himself on fire.
Our HR man, our veteran extraordinaire HR man, Billy Dilly. Mark C.G. Boyer, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Burl Bear is trying to get my attention over here, but it's too late. It's just way too late to grab my attention during the show. And he's supposed to be a radio professional, known in the Seattle area at KYX.
Yep.
And my buddy, it was short notice, but man, it does my heart good always to see Tom Ohmer, the great movie star from a movie that you should
I can't wait to see it.
I don't care if you have to jump through a burning flames.
It was on the streaming services.
It is,
Netflix.
And the movie is what, Mark? Go.
Nefarious.
Okay, good.
And by the way, I did see some trailers, and it looks fantastic. It really does.
It's better than it looks. Yeah. Tom Ohmer, thank you for serving our country.
Thanks for being here.
And my God, we love you, vets. I will continue to be Magic Matt until next week. Don't forget, there's my buddy Milt Larson, proprietor of the Magic Castle. Speaking of dead people, always says, bumblebees can't fly.